What a day, what a day. A lot of excitement going on at North Carolina A&T State University today and throughout the Triad as we prepare to celebrate the greatest homecoming on earth, right, girls? That's right. And what the impact of this week-long celebration will be on our community. We begin today with several guests in the studio to discuss on this special homecoming edition of Triad Perspectives.
T-R-I-D-E. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. A-G-G-I-E. P-R-I-D-E.
Hello and welcome to Triad Perspectives. I'm your host, Sandra Hughes, and in a matter of days, the campus of North Carolina A&T State University will be overflowing with alumni, family, and friends as the university celebrates the homecoming, one of the main attractions annually. It is the homecoming football game. Here to kick off our homecoming segment is A&T head football coach Rod Broadway and two members of his A&T football team. This is Tony McCray. Nice to have you with us, Tony. Head coach Rod Broadway. And then down there, can't reach to you, Denzel Keys. Thank you all for joining us today. How did I get that mixed up?
That's what they had on there. Teleprompter. You read it right.
Okay. But it's Howard.
That's right.
Okay. Have you beaten Howard before?
Yes, ma'am.
Often?
The last couple of years. They beat us once since we've been here.
Well, that's all that can happen, right?
Hopefully we're done with that.
When you prepare for a homecoming game like this, with all the activity and the attention, do you have to make special plans other than what you would do for a normal game?
We try to keep it as close to normal as we can. We don't try to change a whole lot during the course of the week. We're a routine team. We stay in the same routine from the first of the year to the end of the year. And we don't change a lot. And hopefully, there's a lot of distractions during homecoming, but we try to avoid most of those on just Saturday after the game.
Yeah, I understand that a lot of times your players don't get to go out and party all week like everybody else. Is that right?
Hopefully they don't, but I'm sure some of them do.
Yeah, I bet you don't want them to, do you?
Well, college is about having fun, and I like for them to have fun, enjoy their experience here, and experience what the other students have an opportunity to experience, but do everything the right way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So do you have any particular rules for this week with them that you might not have at other times?
We don't have a whole lot of team rules. Our number one team rule, we have basically one team rule, and that's don't do anything that will embarrass your mother.
There you go.
And with one rule, it covers a lot of situations. So if you don't embarrass your mom, then we're okay with everything else.
Okay, Tony, don't embarrass your mom this week. Tony, what do you play?
Cornerback, give it to him.
Okay, how are you feeling about this week coming up?
I feel pretty good.
How long have you been on the team?
4 years now.
Oh, okay, so this is old hat for you.
Yeah.
But this week has got to be a little more exciting than the regular season, is it?
Ain't no difference. We still trying to win a game.
Listen to that. Listen, Denzel, what do you feel about that? Is this a special week?
As far as the alumni coming back and everybody supporting, that's about it. But it's the same as any other week to me.
So what do you play?
A wide receiver.
Okay, I apologize. I don't understand all of the different positions, even though I've been watching football all of my life. So which one of you runs the ball to the end zone?
I catch them and then run it to the end zone.
I can run them to the end.
You can. Will you run them to the end zone this week?
Yes,
Yes,
possibly. If they kick it to me.
we will be watching you. What number are you?
21.
Oh, yeah. Watch 21 this week, everybody. So, Coach, do you have a full team of players? Are you missing any? Or?
Well, we're semi-healthy. We lost quite a few guys for the year. But you know, we're moving on past that, and you know, the guys that we have, the guys that we're going to get ready to play, and those guys do an outstanding job for us week in and week out. And you know, I'm proud of these guys, the effort they put forth and doing the right thing and changing the attitude around here, the culture around here, the APR around here, even the football winning record around here. You know, those guys put in a lot of work, and we're extremely proud of their efforts and what they were able to do so far.
So when is recruitment time?
It's now.
Right now.
Yeah, we're going out Friday and watch games, but it really hits once the season's over when we spend most of the time on the road.
On the road. How do you know where you want to go? Have you just heard about a player? Or?
Oh, no, we go out, usually May is set aside for junior evaluations, so we'll go out in May and we'll start the process of looking at juniors, and we'll evaluate them and their transcript, and then we'll follow them up during the course of the season. And you know, we'll start on September 1st going to watch those guys play and start recruiting them, and we'll bring quite a few of them in for the homecoming game. So we should have 35, 40 prospects in here for homecoming.
So do you, Denzel, get to communicate with some of these possible recruits?
Not as much, but very little. But
And if you did, what would you tell a guy who wants to play football at A&T?
I'll tell them, just come. It's a great school, great coaching staff. Just come ready to play, and if you do the right thing, you won't have no problem here.
Don't embarrass your mother,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Would you have any advice for new players?
Basically, same thing Keith said. You know, if you want to win football games, come here and, you know, don't do nothing to embarrass your mother.
So how important is the coach to you?
Coach Broadway?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very important. I mean, we here, but yeah, he's very important to us. You know, he know how to win, so, you know, he's key to everything that we do.
Is there any one particular key? He's saying you're the key to how they win. So you are the key?
No. They are the key because I don't play and hadn't played in a long time. But these guys are why we win. You know, and the other guys on the football team is why you win. And you win through recruiting. And I think our coaching staff has done an outstanding job of recruiting. Let me follow up with what Denzel said. He's not around the recruits a lot because he's a double sport athlete. And when we bring him in for official visit, he's playing basketball. But Tony's around him. We don't try to keep him from our players by any stretch, but he's doing that time is in basketball season.
That's got to be tough for you, isn't it, though?
It kind of is, but I try not to think about it.
What about your classes?
I just gotta stay on top of them and communicate with teachers.
Yeah, I guess they have to stay on top of their
We wouldn't let him
right?
do both if he couldn't handle
Yeah.
it. So he's doing a good job with that.
Yeah, I hear the grades, the grade point average and all that has a lot to do with how
Right.
you recruit and who stays on the team.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have rules here. You can't just come and play football. You have to go to school and do well.
Okay. Well, you know, there's been some negative news over the past year about players and tutors and all this kind of stuff. We don't do that at A&T, right?
I don't know what news you're speaking
Well,
of.
I'm speaking of news where they're saying tutors were doing all the work and turning it in the name of the players.
No.
I see Denzel shaking his head. No.
This is a situation, I think we have an awesome situation here. And, you know, one thing about the HBCUs is that people really do a good job of looking after these guys, helping these guys, directing these guys in the right way, and making sure they're doing the right thing. You know, we want all of them to leave here in 4 years with a degree and an education. You know, and there's a distinct difference between a degree and an education, but we want them to get both.
We want them to get a job when
That's
they
right.
or start
That's
a
right.
career anyway. What's your major?
I'm an English major,
I was an English major. So you're going to end up in television like I did.
hopefully.
No, he's going to end up in coaching.
So he's going to be a good coach.
Yes.
What are your plans, Denzel?
Chemistry major.
Chemistry. So what kind of career are you looking for?
I like to be in the lab, so something in that field, but as of right now, I'm not really sure.
Okay. How important is it that the stands are full and rooting for you? Does that pump you up any?
Yeah, you want to play. I live for big games. I love a crowd. So
Want to have some support. You want to know somebody supporting you.
you want to have some
So
people out there.
So when they're yelling and screaming, they're not getting in your way.
You know, it's helping.
It sounds like it pumps them up to hear all that yelling and screaming.
It's a big difference when you have the support of the community and people come out and you come out of the locker room and you look up and the stands are full. It means a lot to these guys, and it means a lot to our team, when they know that we have the support of our community and our university.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am so excited about this game coming up. I've been coming to A&T since I was 5 years old because my dad came to school here, and so I'd come with him. And we would not miss. My dad used to tell us, guys, that homecoming was important for more reasons than one. Yes, it was a great football game. It was about A&T, but it was about people coming together and sharing their happiness about something. So remember that as you go out there and play. Okay, Coach, are you ready for this weekend or next weekend?
Oh yeah, we're ready. We'll be ready. We're not ready now, but we'll be ready when game time rolls around.
Okay, all right. Well, we look forward to all that you have to do when you're out there, and we'll be watching for you, praying for you, cheering for you, and all of those things.
And we need all of them.
And you've been here almost 5 years, is that right?
This is our 5th season.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you a lot very much. Let me reach over you and grab you, and thank you for joining
Thank you for having us.
And I guess you guys have got to get back to practice, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, thank you again, guys, Denzel and Tony, for coming. We're going to have to take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll discuss what you can expect from this year's homecoming with Miss Rosetta Clay and Greensboro City Councilman Jamal Fox. They will join us as well to share some perspectives of the impact of A&T's homecoming on the entire Triad. You're watching Triad Perspectives, and so let's keep this homecoming going with the Cold Steel North Carolina drum line.
Whistle, 2, 3, 4. 2.
Is that David Europe? Is that David Europe? It looks like it's
We got to finish this.
Thank you.
This is the North Carolina A&T State University Historical Minute. I'm Marilyn Parker. The Dudley Memorial Building houses more stone applications than any other building on A&T's campus. A sweep of 15 stones guide visitors to the main entrance. Built in 1893, the original facility contained a library, an auditorium, and administrative offices. In 1930, a fire led to a reconstruction, and the facility was renamed after A&T's second president, James B. Dudley. Today, the building is home to the Maddie Reed African Heritage and H.C. Taylor Art Galleries, music classrooms, and laboratories. The Dudley Memorial Building is located on the east side of campus, directly behind the statue of the A&T 4 and right across from Dudley Road.
I like that sound, don't you? Welcome back. We're talking about the greatest homecoming on earth. Aggie Pride is indeed nationwide as local businesses prepare for an influx of patrons who will be traveling from near and far. It's almost a reunion of sorts. So joining us now is Greensboro City Council member Jamal Fox and director of the she's the Associate Vice Chancellor of Alumni Relations. She has a long title. Her name is Rosetta Clay, and we thank you both for joining us today. We want to know more, Rosetta, about what's planned for homecoming.
Yes,
since all the alumni are coming in.
Yes, thank you for having me today. We are excited about this year's homecoming. We have many great activities planned. On Friday, we have the OJ's concert. OJ's are sold out. It is considered the old school concert.
Yes.
We have a Greensboro native, Shelby J, who is opening for them on that night. So many Greensboro residents are excited about that as well. So we're looking forward to the OJ's concert on Friday.
Who wouldn't be? The OJ's? My goodness,
Yes.
my grandchildren said, is that old school? I said, yes, it's old school.
That is considered old school. And then, of course, on Saturday, we have the parade Saturday morning that starts on Morrow Boulevard. And we have over 148 participants for the parade as well.
Now, Jamal, you kind of disagree with Rosetta a little bit on how many are coming in. What do you think?
Well, historically, we have about 100,000 people that show up to homecoming, and we think it will be 100,000 plus this year as well.
Wow. Where are we going to put all of those people?
Well, all our hotels, usually historically, there's 7,000 hotel, motel, beds, people use from out of town, and so we think that we're going to fill them up this time as well. They should already be filled up.
I would imagine that you're already getting lots of questions about what people can do when they come home.
Oh, absolutely.
I call it home, yeah.
Absolutely. We get questions starting in August about homecoming, believe it or not, but then the questions just increase as we get closer and closer. To Jamal's point, our host hotel, the Sheraton Greensboro at Four Seasons, has been sold out since last year. Oh. So last year at homecoming, when they check out, they reserve for this year, and so we'll continue that way, I'm sure. And we have other partners that we've partnered with for hotels in the city as well.
So now this week, homecoming week, there's something all the time, right?
Yes, yes. And so the students start their activities on Sunday with coronation of Miss and Mr. A&T, and then they have a full week of activities that happen. But the official alumni kickoff for homecoming is our fall convocation. And that is 10 a.m. on Thursday morning at Harrison Auditorium. And this year's speaker is Wayne Kimball, who is a young alumnus, graduated in 2011. He's a new member of our Alumni Association Board of Directors as well.
So Jamal, how's the city council or the city managers and everybody feel about this many people coming to town?
We're excited about it. When people come back from greatest homecoming on earth, we know there's going to be an influx, a lot of people staying in hotels, restaurants, shopping. So for us, the economic impact for this area is over $7 million.
Oh my goodness.
And so that's huge. It's one of the biggest influx of dollars, revenue coming into the city is the homecoming. And so we're excited about it.
So that $7 million goes to what? Restaurants, hotels, where else?
Shopping, everything that everybody does while they're here. The events going on. So it's huge.
Mm-hmm. So do you expect a lot of people to come early? I know the game is Saturday, but do you expect the big game?
Yeah, the big game.
But do you expect a lot of people before that, way before that?
Oh yeah, we started seeing some people trickle in this week.
Ah.
So we kind of feel that the homecoming spirit has already started in the city, and so we see a lot of people in and around our downtown asking questions. How do you get here and there? A lot of tourists.
And you know
yes.
that they're
so
visitors.
we're excited about it, and you know we're ready for it, and we're ready to partner with A&T to make sure that this again is the greatest homecoming on earth.
Do you have to do anything, city workers, to help make A&T's homecoming great?
Oh yes. The Fan Fest that's going to be outside of the War Memorial Stadium. Our folks will be out there helping with that, helping with the parade. We have our police officers on duty, working overtime, helping out as well. And so city staff, volunteers. We have 3,000 employees, which more than half of them volunteer and help out. And so we're excited about that, you know, giving back, because we know the impact that A&T has not only on this city, but this region. People in North Carolina have been talking about our homecoming, so that's exciting.
So, Rosetta, where did we get the title Greatest Homecoming on Earth?
You know, that's a good question. I believe it started, and this is ancient history as far as it's been passed down to me, but I believe it started at least 10, 15 years ago. You may have a little more history as an alumnus of the institution, but I believe it started then, and it just became the name because of all the activities. So again, the students start this Sunday, and it is a full week of activities.
Now, when you say start, what are they doing? Partying and?
Well, not just partying. They have other activities that they're doing during the week. They have an event with the Chancellor where he is cooking for them. I may not should have told that, but there is an activity with the Chancellor, and there are other engaging activities for the students. They have a concert, they have a step show, and they just have other ways in which they are getting prepared for homecoming. They have a pep rally, so they have many activities that they have planned for the students as well.
And I know they're excited about it. Jamal, you've been around A&T since you graduated, so where do you think that title came from?
I think it was on par, you know, years ago. It's based off the fellowship, and it's actually grown over the years, and so it's just caught up with the title.
But isn't this something that you also want citizens throughout the Triad to come and enjoy? This is not strictly A&T.
It's not just A&T, and I could tell you as a council member, when I go to conventions across this nation, people talk about, when I say I'm from Greensboro, say, oh, A&T? and they contribute that towards the homecoming. They say, yeah, I'm going to be down there because I have an aunt, or I have a cousin, I have a nephew, and so it's known nationwide.
Anything we can do, Rosetta, better next year or as we go into the future?
Yes, I think that we can just prepare better. A lot of times what we find is everyone realizes, oh my gosh, homecoming is coming up in a couple of weeks, and then they want to do so many different activities. We have the dates for homecoming into 2020, and so and so everyone knows that in October we're having a homecoming. So I just think that if we plan ahead and not wait until the 2 weeks before to have your activities, it will be much better for everyone involved.
So this year is the OJs are on Friday night, the 23rd.
Saturday night after the game. The game is at 1 o'clock. After the game, we have the Blue and Gold Lounge, which is the official alumni homecoming after party, and that's at the Sheraton Corey Convention Center. And it is the official activity for alumni. There are many parties, but this is the official one. And then Sunday morning, we close the week out with an affirmation service. And we partnered with Mount Zion Baptist Church, Pastor Dion Clark, who's an Aggie as well. He will be our speaker. And so we end the event or the week with that affirmation service and then the gospel concert that night.
So in the city, will everything just go on as normal, or are y'all going to have a party too?
Well, as an alum, I'm definitely going to be out celebrating with my fellow alums, but yeah, the city is going to operate as it has. but we'll pay special attention to make sure that the folks who are coming to our city, that we're open, we're inviting, and anything that they need, we're here to assist.
Okay, did you hear that?
I did,
Okay.
and I know that they
Get
are
his
there.
name and phone
Oh,
number.
we've already connected. We have plenty of time in the green room.
So when we need something more,
That's right.
Being an
That's
Aggie
exactly
myself,
right.
we will call you, Jamal.
Yes, ma'am.
And
That's
expect to see some action from
Most definitely.
For sure. Well, I am glad that you two joined us today to talk about the greatest homecoming on earth. When I first heard that, I thought, where did that come from? But having been to every homecoming other than one or two since I was 5 years old,
Oh, wow.
I know why. It's just something you don't miss.
Yes.
It's something you definitely go to. So, and you've been around, when did you graduate?
I graduated 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you're still a youngster compared to my group. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but I know you feel the same way I do. Now, did you go to A&T?
I did not, but I say I'm an Aggie by choice.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I haven't heard of other schools that have the kind of homecoming celebrations that we have here at A&T. It may be, but I don't know about it.
They try.
Yes.
They try.
That's good. That's
think
good.
they do.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was great having you guys with us. It's been wonderful talking to you, and we look forward to this week, everything that's going to happen, and even more next time.
Yes.
Now, that concludes our show today. You can join us here every Monday at 5:30 on Time Warner Cable Channel 69. Like Triad Perspectives on Facebook. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Triad P_NCAT.JOMC. Search NC Aggie TV on YouTube, so you can feel free to browse our website, and it's at blogs.ncat.edu/TV station, studio, where you can watch previous shows and leave a comment. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd like to hear what you think of what we're doing. Have your suggestions on what else you'd like to see us do. We're always open to suggestions from throughout the Aggie community and throughout the entire Triad community. Thanks for watching us today, and I hope you have a happy, happy homecoming like we will. So let's keep it going with our cheerleading squad. See you next week.